Hi, Dr. Dolly. Thank you for everything that you do. I will be finishing residency and starting a 3-year fellowship at a state university hospital in July. I currently have $20,000 in my hospital's 401k, and my husband, who is non-medical, has approximately $100,000 in his employer's 401k, which he will be leaving when we move states. My first question is, what would you recommend we do with our old 401ks when we move? My husband will likely not have a job immediately upon relocation, but hopefully in the next few months. My university offers a 403b and a 457, neither with a match and both with pre and post-tax options. My next question is, what retirement plan would you recommend I invest in during fellowship? Our previous financial plan was to aggressively pay down refinance student loans and contribute to our 401ks to the maximum our employers matched. We have not been contributing to Roth IRAs to put more towards student loans. I will be making about $70,000 and my husband will likely be making $90,000 once he has a job. Thank you.
Okay, what should you do with your old 401ks after leaving residency? Well, here's the deal. What people used to be told to do is every time you leave, you roll your 401k into your traditional IRA, which is great. You get more control over it. You usually get lower costs. You get more investment options. Yes, you get slightly less asset protection. But the issue is, since people started doing backdoor Roth IRAs in 2010, it didn't make sense anymore to be rolling money out of 401ks into traditional IRAs. And the reason why is you then get caught up in the pro rata rule of the backdoor Roth IRA process. And so that screws things up. And so now you don't want to roll it out into traditional IRA. You don't want any money in a traditional IRA or a SEP IRA or a simple IRA. So you got to keep that money in a 401k somehow. Now, once you have a new 401k, you can roll the money in there, especially if the new one's better than the old one. If you have an individual 401k, you can roll the money into that. But there's also usually nothing wrong with just leaving it with the old 401k. I mean, don't forget about it, keep track of it, but you can leave it in there even if you're not working there anymore. And even if you are not contributing to it anymore, you can still leave it in the old 401k. So even if you don't get a new job with a 401k for a year or 2 or 5, you can leave it in the old 401k and still do backdoor Roth IRAs because that is not going to count toward the pro rata rule. If you want your questions answered by the White Coat Investor, record your question at whitecoatinvestor.com/YQA or click the link in the description.